Welcome back to Outnumbered. As summer travel season winds down, a vacation trend is setting off a lot of debate. More parents are deciding to take trips with just one child at a time, leaving their siblings behind. One father reportedly took his daughter on a 28-day trip to celebrate her high school graduation, leaving her two brothers at home. I'm sure there was someone else there. He says it was a great chance to get some rare one-on-one time, but critics say these solo trips could strain relationships with the other kids. This is so interesting to me because I now have 3 children. Dr. Manny, what do you think about this?
Listen, Freud said that it's the first 5 years of a child's brain that are important as so far as telling them how they're going to evolve. After 5 years of age, it's a pain in the neck. So, for me, I think it's all about age-related. If you have small children, of course, everybody has to be together. It's equality and, you know, this and that, and you share. But when they become teenagers, you know what it is to have 3 teens? Number one, they don't want to be together, okay? They don't want to be together. I got one right now, one teenager in Sweden. I got one in 2 in Miami. So they're all over the place right now. It's fantastic. And I'm here with you,
you are
ladies.
Hysterical.
But I think after a while, it's good because you spend more quality time. You know, my wife goes with my daughter places. They went to London together.
Yeah.
And then the boys go to, you know, California together.
But you still do something together all as a group, and I bet that this isn't at the
we stay home and we watch Fox News at 6 o'clock.
What a great idea.
And we discuss the politics. So, Brett Bear, of course.
Yeah. Harris, this is very interesting because it's probably part of a wider shift that was pointed out to me, spurred by the popularity of growing body of scientific studies that appear to show that experiences, not objects, bring about happiness. This idea that retailers are kind of panicking out there because as gifts now, parents are doing more things that are like, let's do this together, let's go on this trip, rather than buying you an Xbox.
You know what this is proof of?
Why don't we go do something together?
And you're thinking deeper.
I love where this is going.
I'm way on the surface. I'm way on the surface. I'm way cheap.
Yeah.
It is expensive to take 5 to 6 people on vacation. And so by the time I get there and I've spent all my money and I'm exhausted from the rude flight attendants on the plane,
right.
I don't want to be with anybody on vacation.
A cocktail will fix that.
But that hasn't changed in 100 years.
I'm with a 6-year-old. I can't just be drinking. Come on, Melissa, keep up.
You know.
So my point is, I don't think there's anything wrong with this, but you're right, age appropriate. Like if you do that with a 3-year-old, it just breaks their heart. But by the time they're 11, then you can take some of that vacation budget and spend it on that experience. I agree, experience over things. And then you can kind of parse it a little bit.
Jedediah, craft the statement for me to the child who's staying at home as to why I'm taking your brother to Disneyland, my friend.
It depends.
But you are staying home.
Sometimes they don't want to go. I mean, I'm an only child, so this is not my area of expertise. But sometimes one kid doesn't want to go and they fight. Maybe like mom is taking one kid somewhere and the other kid says, well, I want to stay home with daddy, or they don't always all want to be in the same places, as I see from friends who are have multiple brothers and sisters. So I think it's okay. And I also think it's okay because kids like to do different things. Like I'm an only child, but there were certain things that I did with my dad and certain things that I did with my mom, and that was okay. And then there were certain things that we did together. So I think the importance is establishing that time or that space where you are all together, and as long as that exists, then I think it's okay to branch off and sort of break out and do different stuff.
And Kirsten, I think this could be lovely if you have a larger family. I mean, inevitably, you have a parent who doesn't have as much in common with one of the kids. For those 2 people to go spend time alone and do something.
Well, I think that you have to remember, kids are very good at keeping track of what's going on.
Yes, they are. You're right about
I know
that.
with my nieces is like, I send them presents, and it's like, you sent 4 presents to one, and they'll be like, where's my 4th present? So I think it's you do have to be aware of being equitable.
Definitely.
So if you're going to do the high school trip with
keep track,
then you got to do the high school with,
I
or at
agree.
least offer it. It's
and that's
not,
why you parse it and make it small.